How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you all the 99 Finest Cody Bellinger debut. I recently picked this card up off of the market for about 120,000 stubs, and I basically sold the entire team I was using in the Finest in Postseason event part 1. I sold all the rewards, that Walker Buehler, as well as the Pete Alonso, and I was able to pick up this Cody Bellinger. I decided to debut him in some viewer games on my Twitch live stream. I have been doing this a little bit in the past week or so. I've probably gotten at least 20 to 25 games against you all that are supporting the channel, that are supporting the stream and everything. So far, I've kind of had a little bit of a rough start with that Bellinger. Icy is definitely a good opponent. That's who we're playing right now. He hits a couple of home runs here in the first inning, making it a little bit difficult. I think that some of these games are really intense. We've had a lot of really close games over on the Twitch stream. You guys are definitely making me a better player at this game, as well as I hope that we're getting in some good practice. We are going to have a new ranked seasons reward coming up within the next week, and it should be on the 21st, and we will be able to get back into ranked seasons. I won't play as many viewer games during the live stream while there's a brand new ranked seasons going on, but I was able to clutch up with Ted Williams. It's kind of interesting. I wanted to try out Bellinger out in right field. I was using Ted Williams in left, Babe in right. I moved Babe to left field, Bellinger to right field. Since they are in their natural positions, they'll play a little bit better on defense out there. And Ted Williams hits a home run off the bench. So kind of interesting. He's probably been my best hitter, so it is kind of difficult to take him out of the lineup for Bellinger. But I've heard a lot of good things about this Bellinger, even though I had a little bit of a slow start with him. I feel like I'll be able to turn it around. He does have a very good swing. This opponent, Saints, is getting this thing going with 3 home runs here in the first inning. He was smashing the ball. I didn't even know what to throw to him. But hopefully Bellinger can respond. Another little bit of a late swing there. That one got a little bit of a higher exit velocity and hit it a little further. I mean, out to center field. Willie Mays does make the play. Babe Ruth has definitely been my best hitter as of late. Most recently, I've been struggling a little bit with Chipper Jones, who was probably my hottest hitter during the season, during the ranked seasons, when I was trying to unlock that Babe Ruth. And now that I've used Babe for a little bit, he kind of picked it up for me. I also started off pretty slow with Babe Ruth, which is kind of interesting. Sometimes I'm able to pick it up with certain guys once I use them a little bit, but Babe Ruth has 5 home runs now. He ends up walking it off in that last game there. Pretty clutch situation. Getting the guy to second base was pretty important there. Activate the clutch attribute, and pitching to Babe Ruth is always really tough anyway. Able to hit the solo shot or the 2-run homer to walk it off. We'll go ahead and hop into the next game. We're going up against Lil Nick. He's got a budget team, and this one really came down to one swing of the bat so far. We're the home team, and Bellinger puts us up 1-0 in the very first inning. And that's going to put the pressure on him. He does have a really good budget squad, though. He recently picked up a couple solid players. He was using Masahiro Tanaka in this game, and that card actually gave me a little bit of trouble. I was surprised that that card was really good. He does have a lot of movement. His per 9s aren't really the highest in terms of hits and Ks per 9, but on Hall of Fame, on All-Star difficulty, he might be all right. I would tend to be a little bit more careful using that type of player on legend difficulty. You want guys with higher per 9s. But Cody Bellinger out in right field, he does have a little bit of range. He's got pretty good fielding out there. 88, he will have the gold badge, but he also has a really good arm. His reaction is good enough at 85, and his arm strength is in the 90s. So that right there is much better than Ted Williams or Babe Ruth out there in right field. But one swing of the bat won us that last game. I have Bellinger in the leadoff spot simply to try and get him as many ABs as possible, trying to start off the game with a lefty as well. I think that I do a little bit better. I mentioned that in a previous video or two. But right here, Babe Ruth, he's chopping at it like it's a sword. I don't know what happens sometimes. Sometimes on an off speed, you will go ahead and get those check swings. But I went down and got this one. He brought in the lefty. I'm assuming his pitcher was in the yellow for stamina. Anytime you get that in a shortened game, especially in these 3-inning games, you really want to go to the bench or the bullpen, and that's exactly what he did there. We get a base hit up the middle with Chipper Jones. So far throughout this video, I kind of wanted to focus on as much action as possible. I got a little bit behind on uploading some of these viewer game highlights simply because of the brand new content that was just released into the game. Yesterday, I wanted to focus on that. But in this one, Ninja Bowers is really getting something going. Cody Bellinger makes the play in right field, stopping it from getting to the wall, but he dives right there. I don't really know what causes that. I mean, I saw that the ball was quite out of his reach. kind of made the play. He's able to keep him from scoring, but he does get to second and third. That allows Ted Williams to kind of knock in this run right here. Luckily, the 62-speed Cal Ripken Jr. did not run on contact, because he might have been able to score 2 runs right there, although Babe Ruth got the ball in rather quickly. So far, he's pitched extremely well in this game. Something that was really strange happened right here. Tony Gwynn got an error, which is, you don't really normally see that, and especially from a diamond fielder out in right field. I have had that happen to me probably once or twice. It's just something that is very rare and unlikely to happen. But in this situation, I was able to capitalize. I got extremely lucky. We were scoring a run here, tying up the ball game, and I was able to hold him to 1 run in that last inning, which was pretty clutch as well. I mean, he had a great opportunity to break the game open. He had multiple guys in scoring position, and got kind of unlucky himself, and I got a little bit lucky. So we turned the tables a little bit. It's 2-1, and we have a chance to kind of continue to score a couple more runs here. Cody Bellinger grounds out into a double play. I've really been struggling a little bit with that card. The thing about it is, I know I'm going to be able to turn it around, though, because I'm just barely missing the ball. I'm just off of it, and even the ones I am hitting well are just right to them. So if it's not a home run, it's a hard ball right to him, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. Hard line drives, hard ground balls, stuff like that. Babe Ruth, however, for me, has picked it up significantly. I mean, there he hits a 2-run shot. He's hit multiple home runs in this video, in these at-bats, in these viewer games. And he's really been the MVP of some of these games for me, walking off a couple of them and hitting really well with guys on base. But Cody Bellinger in right field, this is exactly what I was talking about with his arm strength. 62 speed, is unable to score. That's kind of a routine fly ball. It's not really too deep or anything, but it does allow me an opportunity to keep him from scoring there. If I had Ted Williams or Babe Ruth out in right, there's no way he throws them out, I don't think, in that situation. But I also got really lucky there. Trevor Hoffman does get the animation and make the play. Very similar animation to the one that Tony Gwynn got, but he was unable to make the play. Kind of strange. This one right here, I tried to get behind it and throw this runner out. We got kind of a weird animation. Didn't really get the best crow hop there with Willie Mays, maybe because I took a bad route, or I did try and run behind it in a circle and run in on it. Anyway, we are going up against Ultimate Saiyan in this next one, and he's got something going here. He gets a late base hit that falls in for a bloop, scoring him a run there. It's a 2-0 already, and he's definitely a really good player. He can hit the ball. He's going to square this one up with Adrian Gonzalez. He pinch hit for him, played the matchup, and Bellinger's unable to throw 78 speed out, but I didn't expect him to. That's definitely a tough play. It's nice for him to get the ball in, though, rather quickly. I think that he's going to be a solid outfielder for me. I don't plan on selling that Bellinger card. I hope to turn it around with him at the plate, and I think he's going to be an amazing leadoff hitter with some really good power for me. And in this one, I really needed this ball to be launched out with Tonus. I had a pretty good chance to tie the game up on that pitch. It's unfortunate, but we're in a situation here, top of the 3rd inning with bases loaded. Joe Morgan's going to smack that one into the gap, out of the reach of Bellinger just by a little bit. Didn't get an animation, didn't get a speed boost on that one. And sometimes with diamond fielders, you might be able to make that play. Who knows? Tony Gwynn might make that play. Ichiro might make that play. Willie Mays and Wright might get there. But this really got him something going here in this inning. He's able to get a 2-out rally, a big-time rally, and actually only one down in this inning. I got an unfortunate play right here. Kind of made a mistake, though. I was running him to second base rather than back to first base, but I thought that there were 2 outs in that situation. Luckily, we got out of it at a 7-2 ball game. One of those outs, or that out at second base, kind of helps swing the momentum. It keeps him from activating the clutch attribute in that situation. We're trying to tie this game up, trying to make a comeback. Bottom of the 3rd. Felt like I got this one with Lou Gehrig. I might have swung a little bit too early. If I waited back just a tad, I might have got that slider to go into the gap. In this next one, we are going up against Icy once again. It's the same opponent from the first game. And that's the great thing about these viewer games. If you are a part of each and every stream, then you will be able to enter multiple times. Obviously, if you play once during the stream, then you aren't eligible to play again for that stream. But you would be eligible to play the very next day, or the next couple of days if you're back in the live stream, after you just recently played. I know some people won't be able to attend every stream, stuff like that, but it just gives you an extra chance. Also, subscribers will have an increased chance to win. Icy got a little bit robbed in that last one. I hit a couple home runs, and I was able to win 3 or 4-0, but he definitely could have scored some runs here In this one, Cody Bellinger walked it off. The one swing of the bat again against Lil Nick. Some really close games here, some really tough games. I still have a lot of clips to go through, so if you aren't involved with these viewer games, you will be in the next video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Peace out.